Olori Naomi herself is in shock. Yes, is in shock over what the elders of Ile-Ife have done. Yes, these people have, they came out openly to say that they are changed people. They want to live better. They don't want to live by the influence of the little currencies they collect from the Ronke, Mariam, Peju, Ashley. They want to actually be a different set of persons, and they are really proving it. Yes, they are proving it by each passing day. Every day they stand out to prove this singular statement they came out to make to the people, and it is very interesting. Yes, my people. So what did they do now? All this while that Olori Naomi returned back into the palace, people have been storming the palace to welcome her, from the prominent men, the women of Ile-Ife. It went as far as the youth of Akure. They came to pull a stunt, a show in the palace. The women of Akure, they also came. The women of Ile-Ife threw a banquet for her. And so many persons, from pastors, anointed ministers of God, they have been trooping into the palace to pay homage, respect to this very woman. And at the end of the day, you agree with me that she deserves every single thing. She deserves every bit of what people have been coming into the palace to do for her. So waiting they take happen right now, my people. Now the fact say the Ile-Ife elders, those men, have stormed the palace this time around, and guess what? They did not come for Olori Naomi. That is the most interesting part of it. Everybody has been coming for Olori Naomi, Pastor Jerry Eze, Esther Ajayi, Reverend Funke Adejumo. Everybody has been coming in for this woman, but this very singular thing told us more different. These men care for a minute. They want to do something more reasonable and meaningful. So what did they do? My people, the elders of Ile-Ife have stormed the palace to welcome the prince Tadenika was specially back home, and they made a show. Yes, my people, they made sure this boy had a time. In fact, she had a time to remember. This is an event she will not forget in a hurry, because they came specifically for him. They say everybody has been welcoming Olori and Naomi. They have been patiently waiting for someone to welcome their dear prince, and they have not seen anybody. It seems like everybody is giving the little boy negligence, and they have come specially for their prince. Hey, my people, this one, should we call it amazing? Should we call it excellent? Or what exactly are we going to call it? Whatsoever we choose to call it, remember, say these men have broken the record. Yes, they have done something that Olori and Naomi will forever cherish. Because even out of the lots of fake love Naomi has been seen since her return back into the palace, trust me that there are things that people are doing that at the end of the day she would hold at high esteem. Yes, because no matter what it is, no matter what people are doing, it is not every single thing that you would believe or you would embrace. Yes, it is not everything that you would believe or you would embrace, and that is exactly what Naomi is doing right now. Remember that this singular person who we are talking about fought her that she should leave the palace. They felt she was not good enough for the Ooni. They felt she was one person whom they could not trust, who could not live in that paradise with them, so she should pack and leave. In fact, they made sure they gave her a war. Yes, they brought war to her doorstep. But this woman, being a very strong woman, being someone whom has stood the test of time, who has built herself, who has built capacity to survive in each surrounding, she pulled through. She kept on pulling through at every single point in time. Every single obstacle these people threw at her, Olori Naomi kept on pulling through. My people right now know, hey, now waiting the elders of Ile-Ife. Don't follow do for Prince Tadenika will be that. And Olori Naomi is so excited. Likewise, the Ooni himself is very happy. He wasn't expecting it all round, but since they have done it, what more can he do than to jubilate and celebrate with them over what they have done for his son? Remember some time back when the elders of Ile-Ife stormed the palace and met the Ooni, that it is only right that Prince Tadenika will return home to learn the ways of his people. Everybody was like, yes, that boy has been away for so long, and apparently he's the heir apparent to the throne, and if someday there might be things he really needs to know about. There might be things Tadenika will really needs to Understand? And then where is he? He's somewhere traveling, Singapore, USA, other countries with the mother, and then he's completely left out on the things that are very, very important for him to know as the prince. So people seconded the motion that yes, those people men are right. Tedenikawo should return back into the palace. Well, past that period, we could remember how the Ooni presented it to Olori Naomi, with or without you, I will bring my son back into the palace. Naomi gave it a deaf ear because she felt there would have been a better way to address it. Yeah, she felt there would have, been a best way. Ooni would say that to her, considering the fact that he's not the only parent of Tedenikawo. They are both parents of that boy, and if there's any decision that should be made, then the both of them will have to come into terms with that decision. Well, after that, we remember when the Ooni told her that if you want to stay with your son, then you will have to come back into the palace. But if you don't return back into the palace, then that means you don't want to stay with your son. And then people told him that yeah, you're using force. Olori Naomi has come to a point that you can't use force on her, and then you can't even use force to get Prince Tedenikawo. Why? Because she would easily tell the court that Tedenikawo's safety is not guaranteed in the palace, and the court will agree with her. Even now that they are outside, now that by then that they were still outside, remember how Olori Naomi was in Abuja. Yeah, they sent people after her. When she went to Akure, it went as far as Olori Ronke sending her cousin to go after Olori Naomi in Akure. She sent different people to present gifts, this, that. Anytime she hears anything good concerning Olori Naomi, she storms Akure. So with all of those facts put together, it was very easy for Olori Naomi to navigate her way through and tell the court that Tedenikawo's safety is not guaranteed. Yes, it is not guaranteed, and there is no way that he would allow him return back into the palace to come stay with the same people whom are threatening him out of the palace. And it would be a very big win for her. But my people, right now, these men gradually saw to it that what every step is being followed duly for Naomi to return back into the palace. And today she's back into the palace. People have been trooping in to welcome. We have heard of so many dignitaries, prominent men, even governors coming to the palace to welcome Olori Naomi, and she has been running around for royal events, different kind of things for the Ooni. Lately, we have seen how she has been so diligently doing it all this while. And here we are today. The elders of Ile-Ife has broken the record to celebrate the prince. Since the return of Naomi into the palace, nobody has done that. Yes, nobody has done that, and they have come out to do it diligently, and they did it with joy. The Ooni himself was excited. He was happy, in fact extremely happy with their decision and what they came to do for the prince. My people, this is beginning to be very, very sweet. Remember the time the elders fought Naomi? Remember the time they felt she was not good enough? And here we are today. They are still the same person, still the same human beings who are coming so hard to celebrate Olori Naomi, celebrate her son, and to make sure that they have a good and amazing stay in the palace. My people, this matter, hey, we no go fit talk and one day finish. That is why we dey bring am bit by bit as they take happen for una. So if you never subscribe, subscribe.